Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 116 of Cameron Sports Podcast. This is hosted Cameron Lindsay, and I'm back with a brand new episode. Today's episode will be making my week 3 high school football rankings. Last week I was able to do them. I decided to skip on that and wait. But yeah, this week I got them right here, written down in my notes, and let's get right into it. Let's start at 16. We'll work our way up. 16, like I said, I got 16 schools around the area from Russell County all the way to, Harris County, around the area, here Columbus, Phenix City, all that. 16, the Jordan Red Jackets, 0-3. They coming off a rough season. They've been my 16 seed since pretty much the season started. 15, the Shaw Raiders, 0-3 also. 14, the Spencer Green Wave, a shocking 0-3. I got them at 14. I thought they would be better. No, not 14. I got the Hardaway Hawks at 14 and the Spencer Green Wave at 13. I thought Spencer would be better. Shockingly, they're winless right now. 12th, Smith Section Panthers 1-2. Their only victory coming against the Shaw Raiders. Like I said, they went winless last year. Right now, they only got one win. 11, the Northside Patriots. Their only win also coming against Shaw. They're 1-2. Columbus Blue Devils 2-0. Like I said, they didn't have a game last week. That game got postponed or canceled, I believe, but they're still 2-0. I got them as my 10th ranked team. 9th, the Pacelli Vikings 2-2. Solid season. Have some ups, have some downs. I got them at 2. Number 8, the Kendrick Cherokees. I got them at 2-1. Like I said, they come off a real bad loss the other week, but they're still, like I said, above 500. Winning record 2-1. Number 7, the Harris County Tigers. I got 2-2. Like I said, just like Pacelli, have some ups and downs. Had a real bad loss to Carver 2 weeks ago, but they bounced back last week with a win. 6, the Glenwood Gators 2-1. Like I said, they look pretty good. Solid season so far. 5, this is one of my favorite sneaky good teams, the Cavalry Knights 3-0. Like I said, when I first began, when I did my first rankings, I had Cavalry more towards the back. I said that wasn't based off of what I think they're going to do, just what they did last year. Because you got to start walk before you crawl. You got to start somewhere. And I haven't seen Cavalry play. I've seen them play now. Braxton Wilkerson, great quarterback, one of the top quarterbacks in this area. And I'm going to get more into him, their coach. Like I said, they only won one game last year, but Cavalry has so much talent. Like I said, again, their junior quarterback, Braxton Wilkerson, led by him, very great arm, very great athlete. Like I said, I think Cavalry is legit one of the top schools around this area, especially in the GIAA. Like I said, they're way better than winning one game, and they're already proven that right now, being 3-0, winning 2 more games they did all of last year. Number 4 is the Brookstone Cougars 4-0, another GIAA school, one of the top schools in this area, led by their quarterback also led by their junior quarterback Broughton Branch, and the first-year head coach Ian Headley. The Brookstone Cougars come off a huge win over the number 1 ranked GIAA school, JFD, I believe it's pronounced. Yeah, coming off a huge win at home against them. They look, like I said, really, really good. I think Brookstone has a legit shot to win state this year. Like I said, they came short the past couple years, but Brookstone really, really is looking good. Shout out to Coach Ian Headley and Broughton Branch, one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch, along with Braxton Wilkerson, Bobby Coleman, and Bryson Riggins. Speaking of Bryson Riggins, him and the Russell County Warriors at 3-0, my 3rd ranked school. Russell County has been looking very good, picking off where they left off last season, led by their quarterback, again, Bryson Riggins, and their head coach. Like I said, now, these next 2 schools, Carver Central, obviously, top 2 ranked schools. I got tied for first between both of them. Carver at 3-0, and the Central Red Devils at 3-0. A lot of people think, Carver can't hang with Central, but they got just as much talent as they do, for what I've seen. The edge I'll probably give is head coach and quarterback because Bobby Coleman has more experience than Sebastian Hurd, Carver's quarterback. Who's only a freshman. Even though yes, this is Bobby Coleman. It's technically his first year starting, but Bobby has gotten into games, with Central's up big, so he's gotten some varsity snaps, especially in practice. So he has more, I guess you could say more reps. Just as like basically like more reps, meaningful reps a little bit. So, but I got them both tied for first. Carver Central. I remember back when I was in high school, a little around 2015 when I graduated. Carver Central I think they used to play each other in scrimmages, but like they both have so much legit talent. It's like they're polar opposites of each other, like mirror or like. They both got so much talent, and like the Central coming off a victory against the First Academy in Orlando. Carver dominating every game so far on a 17-game win streak. Won state last year. Central been in state the past 2 years in a row. Beat Thompson. Then, of course, they lost to Thompson 21-7 last year in the Alabama 7A state championship. But Carver has been dominating also. Like I said, they got so much talent. Tristan Givens, defensive end, 4-star Texas A&M commit. Kingston Boogeyman Brown, like I said, young, talented defensive lineman. He's very talented. Holds offers from Georgia, Oregon, Texas A&M, South Carolina, Florida, and like I said, can't forget Carver's freshman quarterback and running back, Sebastian Hurd, quarterback, and the freshman sensation running back, Zachary Watts. Zachary Watts. Running back. Like I said, he's very talented. He has offers already from Georgia Tech, Texas A&M, USF, Mississippi State, Georgia State, Kent State. He's only going to continue to get better. He's already a 4-star in the 5-star in the 2029 class. Like I said, he electric speed, like fast. Like I'm watching him film, I'm like, oh my god. And like this man is like, he's only, like I said, only 14. He's already a man amongst boys at the running back position. Very fast, explosive. And that's why I say, like, Carver, I think, can legit pretty much hang with Central. Like, it's no joke. Carver may be 2A, but they got loads of talent. Now led by their first-year head coach, Jarvis Jones. And he's going to continue to only get better as a coach as he's, building that program, building his alma mater. Because Jarvis Jones ain't no joke. He a former UGA player, All-American, 5-star player, first-round pick of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just like, Patrick Nix, former Auburn player. He has experience playing at a high level. These are the only difference is Coach Nix, like I said, has won a state championship. He's gotten there multiple times. So he's, the more experienced head coach. Jarvis Jones been a position coach at UGA. So this is the first time being a head coach. But, hey, he's going to have a lot of talent already with Sebastian Hurd, his freshman quarterback, and Zachary Watts, his freshman sensation running back. That combination between those two, they're both freshmen, so they're going to be there for 3 more years. I'm going to get to watch these two duo at Carver grow together as they get older and continue to grow that program. I look forward to it. Like I said, Zachary Watts, definitely can't wait to see his game more. I hope to have him on the podcast one day soon, interview him. And of course, Boogeyman Brown, talented D lineman, I want to have him on. I can understand why they call him the Boogeyman, because I was watching a little bit of that game against Harris County, not Harris County, the one against Spencer, the Heritage Bowl. I was like, yes. I told him, I said, man, y'all beat them boys bad. And I'm like, I see why they call this man the Boogeyman, because he's scaring them on the field. And like I said, he has big time offer: Georgia, Oregon, Texas A&M, South Carolina. So it's not just Tristan Givens on that defensive line for Carver, the 4-star Texas A&M commit. You got Kingston Boogeyman Brown on that defensive line also. So Carver, like I said, amount of talent, players committed to North Carolina, Mississippi State. So they got players that got Power 4, Power 5 offers. on that team. So, or upperclassmen and of course lowerclassmen like Zachary Watts. So that's why I said Carver can hang with Central. I really do. Like I said, Central got talent. Players committed to Power 4 schools, Power 4 offers. Of course, like 4-star quarterback Bobby Coleman Jr. But Carver got the same thing, and I wish I could see these two. I wish they could play each other. Even though they're both from different states across the border, I think I would love to see a game between Carver and Central. I hope so, between going at it, because I think it'll be a very, very great game that a lot of people should want to go to. But I got them tied first, like Central 1A, Carver 1A, 1B, whatever you want to call it. But I got Carver up there with Central. You can call me crazy, but I have my reasons. And like I said, any real journalist, any real football fan can see it that Carver has as much talent as Central. Literally, I just said it right there. Sebastian Hurd, Zachary Watts, Tristan Givens, Kingston Boogeyman Brown. It's right there on the table. So, but those, like I said, those are my top 16 schools. Also, one I want to get into is my top 5 quarterbacks in the area. I saw double coverage on Facebook do theirs around the quarterbacks around the area from Russell County, Phenix City, Columbus, all the schools around this area and district. Both states, the borderline. And I agree with most of it. I just wanted to make one switch and switch 2 quarterbacks. So I pretty much got my list the same as theirs because I agree with it. I just switched 2 names because I was like, all right, now it's perfect. My top 5 quarterbacks will be at number 5, Sebastian Hurd, freshman quarterback for Carver. So far this season, he has 600 yards, 8 touchdown passes, only 1 interception. He has Carver Tigers at 3-0. Number 4, Broughton Branch, 743 yards, 11 touchdown passes, 3 interceptions. He has the Cougars at 4-0. Number 3, Braxton Wilkinson, 914 yards passing, 9 touchdowns, only 1 interception. Has the Cavalry Knights at 3-0. Number 2, Bryson Riggins for Russell County Warriors, 637 passing yards, 8 touchdown passes, 1 interception, 3 rushing touchdowns, and 158 rushing yards. And the number 1 quarterback, I have 4-star Bobby Coleman Jr. at 556 passing yards, 5 touchdown passes, only 1 pick. Has the Central Red Devils at 1-0. So those are my top 5 quarterbacks. I agree with double coverage that I saw on Facebook. The only names I switched were Broughton Branch and Sebastian Hurd. Because like I said, I think Broughton Branch is a better player, more experienced. He's a junior. Sebastian is only a freshman, so he's still developing, but he showed that he belonged. I just think Broughton Branch is more athletic, more. You gotta give him the respect that he's due as an upperclassman. Like I said, plus he backs it up on the field. Again, he has over 700 yards passing, 11 touchdown passes, only 3 picks, and has Brookstone at 4-0. But I think these are the top 5 best quarterbacks this season right now. Like I said, next year, like I said, of course, I think it'll be Bryson Riggins going off to college, playing ball at the next level. Of course, it'll be Bobby, Broughton, and Bobby, Braxton, and Broughton. But Sebastian gonna continue to climb his way up, and who knows, he might even challenge some of them other quarterbacks like Braxton and Broughton. But them two have been really balling. Like I said, again, Cavalry Knights, I knew they would be better. Like I said, I had them ranked low to start the season, but that's only based off of last year. Because like I said, I haven't seen them play, but seeing Braxton ball, seeing that team continue to get better. Like I said, he's having a good year, almost 1,000 yards passing, 9 touchdowns, 1 interception. He doesn't turn the ball over much at all. So he takes care of the football. He has a really good arm. He's a really good athlete. So I definitely look forward to having him on the podcast. Because I'm like, bro, y'all. I'm so serious. I can't wait to interview some. Like, I really hope to interview all these quarterbacks. But Bobby, Bryson, Braxton, Broughton, and Sebastian. I definitely like to interview them, but definitely Braxton and Broughton, them two. I definitely look forward to talking also. Besides, Bobby and Bryson, but like I said, these are my top 5 quarterbacks. that I did. Like I said, I switched Sebastian and Broughton because, like I said, you got to give Broughton his due. That he's been, busting his butt these past couple of years. Now as a junior, like I said, Sebastian's still growing to his own, only a freshman. So he has a really bright future ahead of him as he continues to get older, leading the Carver Tigers. But yeah, that this episode I wanted to do like my rankings. Like I said, I wasn't able to do it last week, but these are my week 3 rankings. Again, I have Central and Carver tied for first. It's my top ranked schools. Russell County at 3, Brookstone at 4, Calvary at 5, Glenwood at 6, Harris County at 7, Kendrick at 8, Pacelli at 9, Columbus Blue Devils 10, Northside Patriots 11, Smith Station 12th, Spencer, Hardaway, Shaw, and Jordan to round up all the way to 16. Like I said, 3, 4 of those schools are 0-3, so it's a little bit challenging, but I went based off like who I really think came more closer, who was, a better team. I'm not gonna lie, Jordan, I suspect they probably not. They don't. It's something like they're the only team really to not move up at all in my rankings that I noticed. This is only my 3rd time doing my rankings, and it's gonna be them losing. A couple weeks ago, 70 to 7, I believe. I don't know if they gonna win the game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate to be, a little bit brutal, but my job as a journalist is to keep it real. That's what I want to do. I don't want to be fake towards anybody. That's not the type of person I am. Anybody that knows me, I keep it real. I don't know if they're gonna win the game. And I feel bad for those, for those kids on that team, especially if you're a senior, because you don't want to go out like that. Not winning a game at all. I hope that's not true. Because, man, last year going 0-10 and then going back-to-back, that's a streak, losing 20 games in a row. That is bad. I will hope not to see that. So I'll be secretly cheering for the Jordan Red Jackets to, for them to win a game or 2 at least, to not go out like that winless like they did last year. But yeah, like I said, people need to. Let's start a debate. I think Carver and Central, like who you got, like who will win? These 2 talented schools are basically like mini universities to me. Like I said again, Central, the amount of talent they have, Carver, the amount of talent they have, 2 really good coaches. I can't wait. I love it. High school football, college, NFL. Like I said, I do it all on my podcast, so I can't wait to have. Really, either way, I have a lot of these players from both of the schools, or even all these schools, not just Central and Carver, on my podcast to interview them. Brookstone, Calvary, Russell County. Like I said, them schools, I definitely look forward to getting on the podcast to interview and introduce you to them and show them that who these talented players are. Like you can go back and say, okay, this is what Cameron said. This is that player Braxton Wilkinson, Broughton Branch. Zachary Watts, Kingston Boogeyman Brown. You'll see that. So I'll definitely look forward to in the future. I'm going to make it happen. I promise you. But these are my top rankings, week 3. My top 5 quarterbacks in the area. If you didn't hear me, it's Bobby Coleman Jr., Bryson Riggins, Braxton Wilkinson, Broughton Branch, and Sebastian Hurd. My top 5 quarterbacks in this area here in Columbus, Phenix City, in Russell County. But I definitely appreciate y'all tuning in for another episode of Cameron Sports Podcast. Without you, the trend hashtag touchdown with Cam would not exist. Like I said, we're gonna continue to go up. We 50 subscribers away from 300. I know we can reach it next year for my birthday, the big 3-0. Like I said, I'll be 29 this month. I really hope to, get a gift and reach like 500, maybe 500 subscribers, 800, I'll say at least, to continue to grow this channel and, be one of the best sports podcasts out there to compete with the big ones like Club Shay Shay, the Pat McAfee Show, all of them. I'm coming for it all. I'm never going to stop this podcast. I'm just too motivated, too invested. Like I said, I do it for the love of it, so, But I definitely appreciate you when you tune in. Make sure you click the like, subscribe button. Follow me on all social medias regarding Cameron Sports Podcast. Like I said, again, please subscribe button. Share with others. Let's get to 300 before the end of the year. But I'll catch y'all next time. This has been your favorite host, your favorite podcast, Cameron Lindsay. of Cameron Sports Podcast signing out. I'll catch y'all next time. Y'all take care.